Okay, so we have our opening title sequence developed and ready to film. The idea is a pitch black screen where the opening titles come up, so you get the director, the cast, and everything come up on a black screen. However, sound is going to be in it, so there's going to be music from a party, followed by a sudden scream, at which point the scene cuts to the main protagonist waking up after what appears to be a drunken party.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the one. He then realises he has blood on his hands.
From his shirt.
No, not shirt.
Don't really want to get blood, but don't really want to ruin a shirt.
Is it?
Yeah, God Azhar.
It is.
Yeah, so then the character moves to the bathroom and washes his hands and just checks his face, make sure that he hasn't suffered any injuries himself from the previous nights. He then walks downstairs, gets a drink to walk into the dining room, in which he finds, to his horror, a arm sticking out from underneath the table of a girl's dead body.
Where's the rest of the dead body?
Well, the dead body's obviously under the table as well. You just can't really see
so
the
we
arm.
just see the arm, basically.
Yeah.
We're shooting on the arm.
So we're still going to paint your nails red?
No.
So this character jumps back in shock and slumps against the wall. He then advances closer towards the body to investigate when a knock comes at the door. And then the camera will then do a close-up point, I suppose, to show his emotions and him thinking of what
So he's going to draw closer to the girl.
And then the knock will come.
Yeah, and then it'll be like, and jump and stuff.
Yeah, and then I expect we'll do a close-up or something to show his emotions and
then he'll
all the
panic.
thoughts and panic, yeah.
And then run.
And then that shot will be him
garden.
running out into the garden. And then it will be the character jumping over a fence, which is going to be quite interesting to film.
Yeah.
From the other side of the fence, we'll then film the protagonist punching the fence in mixed emotions and holding his head in his hands in fear.
Basically thinks he's going to get arrested.
Yeah, well, he knows that he's going to be targeted because it's his house and therefore
His body.
Plus, he can't remember anything that happened last night.
And he's got blood on his hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he himself starts to doubt his own innocence in that. So after that, he looks back at the house before running down the road into the distance, which is where the opening title sequence ends.
So, okay, now we need to find out the plot.
So obviously we have the ending sorted. So much
Yeah, okay. Basically, the protagonist finds the antagonist. Is that it? Antagonist. Yeah. And then he holds a knife up to him, saying the police are coming. If you move, I'll cut you. Basically.
Yeah. After a previous struggle.
Yeah. They're going to both struggle with the knife, and then the protagonist is going to take it off him. And then he'll say that, and then he'll hold it up to him, and then the antagonist will pull the knife towards him while it's still in the protagonist's hands.
Yeah, that's right.
And then it'll stab the antagonist.
Killing him in the process.
Yeah, so the police think.
Yeah, it'll look like the protagonist has killed the antagonist.
Yeah. Ironically, then following the beginning of it, where he slumps against the wall, he just falls back and slumps against the wall again, knowing that this time there's no hiding it. He will be found guilty.
And then it ends.
He's got no proof otherwise.
It fades to black as you hear sirens.
Yeah, and that is where the film ends. So,
and now we need everything in the middle.
So the middle is probably him finding out if he sort of has his gut feeling that it wasn't him.
He probably goes to friends' houses to
to find out what happened, exactly. Try to build up to
give himself and the audience clues. Right?
Yeah.
So to try and answer questions that they've already.
And we have this rogue cop who really wants him to go to jail.
Yeah, we need to find out a reason for that.
He's just a cop that believes that.
Basically, the cop knows him because of the drinking. He's been charged with drinking and driving before.
Okay, so he's going to have a criminal record.
Yeah.
Okay.
should have a criminal record of. Maybe drinking and driving up.
And probably getting into bar fights and
Yeah.
things, possibly. Like,
Protagonist
because he gets angry when he's drunk.
Yeah, and then that could be like, oh, he must
Yeah.
have killed him because he's an angry drunk.
Yeah.
Because they find all the beer and wine in his place.
So
weird.
So who's the
Robocop suspects him.
antagonist? It's his friend, isn't it? So,
It's one of his friends. Like, it's going to end up being one of his friends.
like his closest, probably. So
Yeah.
that's a twist in the story. So like, his
Are we
closest
still-
friend.
Are we still going to have the blackmailing?
I don't know. Do you want to keep the black paper?
I think
So
it
I
would
don't
be
really see
these.
how we can do it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure because I think maybe we should because if the protagonist stays at his friend's, who is the antagonist's house, and then the blackmail comes, that could create a false path in the narrative.
Yeah, but the police are going to show up at his house anyway, and they're going to find the body, obviously. Or they,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or
So-
you think they would.
Or you think, yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, he won't go back home. He'll be like staying at his friends, or he's
He'll
going to
just
be
be on the
hiding.
run. He'll be on the run.
He'll be on the run trying to find out what exactly happened because
Yeah.
he can't remember anything because he was so drunk.
So,
But we could have-
so he's building up his memory as well from the previous night.
But it could also be that he wasn't that drunk, but someone slipped something into his drink.
Yeah. Spiked his drink.
Smoked his drink, so
Yeah, that's really annoying me.
So it builds up memories of previous night.
Yeah.
I'm just looking for clues basically. What? But you want some sort of action in the middle, don't you? Though something happens to him, or like
He
gets
could go to
attacked.
one of the the houses where they've who was at the party.
Maybe they've already.
And then-
Maybe the police have already questioned
And then-
a couple of these people.
No, and then but then he could be like, I'm not saying anything, blah, blah, and then they could have a massive fight in this house, just like smashing his head against the wall, saying, "You're going to tell me now?" No, boom, boom. So he does actually tell him, and then
Who is this? His friend.
the protagonist. Actually, no, because that would
No,
make-
that'd be a bit weird.
yeah, it's like,
So
yeah. I'm
instead,
trying
like-
to get a clean record, so I'm just going to smash your head.
Like
into
he
the
could have
wall.
invited someone else to the party who isn't really a friend, but who's just shown up with someone else,
Could be one of the
and they probably
friends'
suspect
friends.
him. But all the evidence sort of points at the protagonist, but protagonist sort of thinks it's that guy that he doesn't really know.
What? So the friend of a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he goes to him and like, what happened last night? Like, and he could sort of own up that he did put something into his drink, but it wasn't him. If you know what I mean. Like they all done it, but
Or possibly the friend of a friend could be the one who did spike the drink, but it was just the friend who is the antagonist.
yeah, like they done it for like a joker or something like that, or they all took drugs or some sort, and he didn't want to take it at that time or something, and they slipped it into his drink.
Yeah,
Some-
that could work.
Okay.
So he basically goes to his house and has a like, not really a fight, but sort of.
There should be a fight because we need some
We
action.
need a fair bit of action. Maybe the police could find him at some point,
And then
obviously they do suspect him, but there's obviously
it could be in a big flat building, like a big tower of flats.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then they could chase him all through the flats onto the roof maybe.
Possibly.
Then he jumps off.
Yeah, basically. When they jump
I'm
off the thing.
already going to have to climb over a fence.
We're not filming this, are we, Rob?
No.
We're doing
but
the serial
if-
killer.
If you want to film the whole film,
Well, that'd be interesting, but no.
one, we don't have the budget. Two, we don't have the cars.
Yeah.
Three, we've got lazy people, and you.
Right, okay. At least I'm not. Right. And we need to think of one crucial thing though. Who is the
It's
girl?
still not long enough if you think about it. Well, he just goes to the place and has questions them, and that's it.
Well, yeah,
And then you could sort of like get flashbacks and stuff.
Maybe he could. Maybe he's like, wait, how's he gonna get? Does he have a car? Does he have a bike? Does he have a?
I think probably.
He probably have a car.
'cause, I mean, I'm the actor in it. I don't have a driving.
Yeah, but
It's
not you.
God. You're not the real. You're not gonna be your age that you're saying. You shouldn't. Be
If we got Tom Cruise for it, he would be like, oh yeah, I can't drive a car, so yeah, we're not gonna have a car.
Yeah,
You
because
don't know.
you obviously don't
be
drive it, do
an
they?
honest
They-
citizen. So.
I was a Tom Cruise on this.
so he's gonna have a car obviously, or a motorbike, some sort.
Maybe a motorbike. 'Cause
Yeah.
that seems more badass.
Yeah.
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 And sort of like
Excuse me.
probably has visions of what happens, but like flashes, but he can only remember like some people in the party.
Yeah, and then he remembers one guy turning up with a guy he doesn't actually know.
And who is the girl though? Is it
That's
another
what I
friend?
just asked. And then
Okay.
you interrupted you.
Alright.
Um,
So the girl could possibly be another friend or a girl they sort of met at a club
Or
they invited.
his girlfriend.
maybe it could be one of the friends' girlfriends. And
Yeah,
that
it could be the
create
friends.
a conflict between them.
Yeah.
Not a girl.
Or the antagonist's girlfriends, possibly.
Yeah, but then I just feel like, oh, I know it's you. You're the antagonist's girlfriend. Oh, you got me.
Yeah, it should be just some like a friend they've just invited to the house, something like that. But why he killed her? Like it could be because the antagonist asked the girl out or something like that, and she rejected him. That's why he killed her. That'd be a really good sort of.
No, that's too simple. You wouldn't kill someone because of that unless you're
Exactly, he's going to have
truly-
problems. Why would you kill him in the first place? So he's obviously got some problem.
Well, unless it's an act of vengeance for something.
I
And
think
that
we should stick to the
vengeance
part where he's.
It would have to be more than.
He
just
probably
a
got humiliated
rejection.
in front of everyone because she rejected him in front of everyone, literally
Yeah.
some long time ago. But this is his chance at a party. It was quite a while ago, but now they've met at a party, he could do something, and everyone thinks like the dust is settled, so no one would suspect him.
I'm not sure whether that act of rejection is like too too complex enough, if you know what I mean.
Wait, this is like movie for me, by the way.
What?
This is like just what we're putting up right now, because
Yeah. Maybe we could have that for now, but like change
Yeah.
it later. But maybe it wasn't just a rejection. Maybe they were going out for quite a while, and then he wanted to get married. He proposed to her. and
yeah, it could be something like that.
She was
But
like,
then again,
maybe it
wouldn't
could-
people suspect
it could
him more
be-
if it was marriage related?
Maybe it could be a variety of reasons. Perhaps.
perhaps she wouldn't go out with him, but she went out with his brother.
Or for another, like one of the friends in the group.
And then possibly economic
Oh,
reasons.
or
he,
probably
Don't interrupt Rob.
Right, yeah.
economic reasons possibly. So perhaps he, if she dies, he gets some sort of inheritance from her or something.
That is way too complicated.
Yeah. It's
It should be like she didn't get with that friend, but she got with like she ended up like kissing like thingy, the protagonist, and that's
Yeah.
why he's a bit annoyed.
and that's why he's blackmailing.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's a good one.
So,
they were getting married, and then
Whoa,
she,
let's
no,
take it back a notch.
maybe the antagonist and the girlfriend.
Like, they
We're
were getting
going
really
out,
close.
and
Like,
then
they weren't
the-
exactly
the-
going out, but they were getting to the stage where
No. And then the antagonist is like, I want to marry you, and then she's like, can't. I love this guy. And then he breaks, and then
so then that leads to the that encourages him to commit an act of vengeance,
Yeah.
which is the murder.
yeah, but nobody else knew that they were going to get married.
Right.
They just
right.
thought that they just told everyone that was a mutual breakup.
yeah.
Okay.
So it's a psychopath basically.
Yeah.
Okay, so the antagonist has psychological problems. Establish that. Keep talking, the camera's still rolling.
What else can happen? Maybe it was someone really close to the antagonist that told him that. Like this could be nearer to the end.
Well, so perhaps this rogue officer.
No, because the rogue officer just I wouldn't tell him that 'cause it's just out to get him.
Okay.
Probably he realised that he hears about that from another friend. Like they were meant to get married, like, but she sort of rejected him, and he's thinking, wait, hold on, and his friend probably has an anger problem that only he knows about, probably something like that. Or like he says something to a friend, and like our friend gets with that girl, and another girl in the club, and he remembers him getting really angry with her or something like that.
I think how we're gonna add the blackmail.
Are we gonna stick to the blackmail or not? That's the thing.
I think it's a good feature to have in it. It's got thrilling aspects to it.
Basically, the antagonist could know where he's going and just keep finding and just like tell the cop wherever he's going
Yeah.
where he would be. So
Okay, so that's why he has to keep on the move.
yeah,
Okay.
And he just realised, wait, I haven't told it near the end. He's like, links it up. He goes, I haven't told anyone where I'm going apart from.
yeah.
How does
So-
the police find him all the time?
So, in a sense, then, to this police officer, the antagonist is a false hero, isn't he?
Yeah, of course.
Wait, what do you mean?
I don't know.
Well,
Someone
because
who's
it
giving
kind
them
of-
information, but the police officers don't know that that's him though. He's secretly
Exactly.
giving.
Exactly. So it's just like looking at it from different ways. He's
It's two-faced sort of.
he's the villain to the protagonist even, but to the police who he is helping. The police use
The police
this,
don't know because it's just like anonymous to us.
it could still be considered false hero because he's giving them information.
And he
what-
wouldn't be
what
an,
they want.
everyone. Well, no one knows he's the antagonist, but he is.
Yeah.
Even the protagonist wouldn't know that he's the antagonist.
No.
That's when he finds out at the end.
Yeah.
Like something he
Like-
says
like-
gives it away.
Or
Like,
or he goes to another person's house and you're like, they were gonna get married. But it's like all
So one
the
person
pieces
knows.
fit together. Yeah. One person knows.
And probably at
the
the
girl
end.
might have a brother,
Yeah.
and then he goes to her house to find out.
What brother could be a friend of the antagonist? Or
No, he could just know about what happened between them two, about the marriage.
And he doesn't suspect our protagonist, but he suspects the antagonist.
He doesn't know because he wasn't at the party.
Yeah,
Or
but
maybe
still, I'm
he-
saying
maybe-
he just thinks if she got killed, he's trying to link it up too.
Yeah.
maybe he could just think. Maybe he just knows that that the guy's going to propose. He doesn't know the result of it.
Yeah. And then he remembers her saying something to him about her loving him, but he didn't.
She didn't like him back or something.
No, about her loving the protagonist. Sorry.
All right.
But he wouldn't go out with her or be with her because it was.
He knows his friend likes.
Yeah, it was-
loyalty to the antagonist, who doesn't
Yeah.
know is an antagonist.
But the antagonist doesn't actually know about this.
Okay.
But he knows that she loved him, but he wouldn't go out with, or he wouldn't be with her because.
So the antagonist sort of
morals.
thinks they're having some sort. Not
Yeah,
an affair.
that
not an
had,
affair.
that had a
But
relationship.
yeah, that's why he just goes out to revenge. Like she
Yeah.
turned him down for his friend when his friend knew that they liked each other.
Yeah.
So the protagonist himself, once he finds the body, is in grief himself.
Yeah, because
Only he considers her to be a friend, not any
well, he did
romantic
want to be with her, but he couldn't because of his friend.
and loyalty to him.
Yeah.
Okay, so the victim, the girl, she had a romantic interest in the protagonist, and likewise, only the protagonist knew that he couldn't do this because of his loyalty.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's about it though. Sort of, that's why main reason why he done it.
We've got the summary of the plot.
Yeah.
Just need to find
And-
we need to do something with the road cop because he hasn't really done anything at the moment.
Not so far.
Maybe
We haven't done anything to suggest that he's actually rogues, to be honest.
Possibly like.
maybe he comes bursts into one of the houses shooting.
Oh wait, the road cop basically suspects him, so the road cop is trying to link everything to him because of all the criminal activity he's done, like all the drink driving,
Maybe the road cop.
drug brawls and stuff like that.
Maybe the road cop.
And that's the reason he thinks, oh, it's got to be him because he's got a record of being drunk and angry, getting into fights. And then the road cop just does everything trying to link him, that he just ignores the other evidence.
Yeah, and maybe he ignores all of his other cases and stuff like that just to do this one.
Yeah.
Right.
We should get Tom Cruise to be the road cop.
Might be a bit out of our expenses.
I think he would do it if we said please.
Oh, just if you said please.
Yeah.
Um,
So is that the whole plot done now?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I need to, so just if we can go through it one last time so we can get it absolutely spot on.
Okay, so it starts off with him
So we've got the opening title sequence
Yeah,
and
but
after,
this is
straight after.
straight after. Basically, he's going to other friends' houses. He grabs his. Yeah, but wait. No, how's he gonna get the motorbike actually?
Owns it.
If he yeah, but if
Nicks it.
he nicks a motorbike, then
It's
and
in a
then-
motor, quite hard to make. The car's easier.
okay, he nicks a car because he's quite. Well, he knows that's hot wire. I don't know how he
Are
finds.
we complicating this?
Yeah, we've complicated. Should he just get a bicycle?
He just finds a bike at the back or something like that. Someone chained
then,
it where it's not.
Maybe the character could just briefly go back to his house to get his bike or something.
Or maybe.
Or his bike's parked around that corner anyway, like literally there.
Or maybe your bike. Or maybe we should change our opening title sequence so you just go on your bike and ride away.
I can't get that over a fence.
Why don't we just bring it round? No, because it could just be there.
You can probably have it locked outside the other side of the fence to a
Yeah,
lamppost.
but there isn't even a gate.
No, there could be a lamppost.
And then we'll chain it up to the lamppost.
Yeah.
No, but surely we'd have to change the whole fence jumping scene then, because
he'll just
It doesn't really matter what.
He'll just find it not chained up in some random person's garden. Because.
Or in an alleyway or some sort. Or, somewhere, some sort of.
Basically, yeah, he finds a bike and then.
He just finds it. It's not his.
Yeah.
Okay, that's better.
Or someone leaves it as someone enters a shop. You know how some people leave the bike outside while they quickly go to the shop. You could just like see the person sort of going into the shop and like that's his opportunity to nick that bike.
Yeah, and then he's going around to friends' houses, learns all about what's happened throughout.
And sort the other person that was at the party where he doesn't know has a little fight with him. Not a fight, but
he goes to and
he's like, "What was you? What did you do to me?"
He found out he spiked his drink, so they have like a massive ruckus or fight, and then and then it keeps going through him, and then basically the cop comes in, finds the guy unconscious, which makes him believe more that he's killed the girl.
Yeah.
Well, because his
apparent
violence.
Yeah.
Or he probably reports the assault.
After a chase scene with the cop, like on his bike, which he keeps going through alleyways, dodging the cop and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He goes to the girl's brother's house. Where he has to chase him with the cop, where he's just trying to go through alleyways to dodge him, but the cop keeps going around the corner and stuff like that.
Okay, so protagonist.
Well, the chase could be right at the end where he actually goes to his friend.
No, and then he goes.
I think the police should be trying to get there, because perhaps the protagonist has called him himself.
Or maybe So that won't be yet, and then he'll go after the chasing. He'll go to the girl's brother's house, and he'll tell him about
what's happened basically.
Yeah, what the marriage and stuff like that.
So the protagonist visits the brother of the
girl,
of the victim,
and because they were really close brother and sister, and he was grieving, so he didn't really care about anything at the moment. So he just told him about the proposal. So he pieces it all together. And then
that's when he figures out, oh my god, it must have been him.
Yeah, and then he's like,
he's got the only motive.
And then he calls the police, and then after the big struggle with the knife.
Before that, the antagonist could possibly admit to it. It's like, you had to find out, didn't you?
So
you had to ruin my life.
No, it could be like, so you finally figured it out then, and then like quite sneaky and horrible and quite unnerving, just like chilling.
And he could be like, oh, you were my friend. How could you do this to me? Like. Literally.
And how could you do that to me? You were with.
How could you do that to anyone? Like, how could you kill her?
And then he goes, you know what? And then pulls that knife, and then struggling, and like the police are coming to stop. And
there's a siren, and he's like, he knows he can't get away with it, so he stabs himself.
And then basically it ends with the protagonist slumped against the wall, like the beginning, and then all you hear is sirens, and it fades back to the credits.
So sounds like more or less how I feel.
Yes.
So.